Good morning, world. Welcome to the Brother Floggers. Today we have a special treat. We're reviewing the movie called Jojo Rabbit by Taika Waititi.
Wow, you said his name well.
Yeah, I practiced
It's
that
a hard
for 40
name.
minutes last night. No, and this is an awesome film. It's about the story of a little boy in Hitler's youth army. And he's only 10 years old, and it's kind of his story as he goes to that in the end of the war, and he finds out his mom's hiding a Jew in their house. And he's, of course, indoctrinated with Nazism and racism and Aryanism and every other ism.
He's a super Nazi fan.
Over in early Germany. Yeah, he's a super Nazi fan. Hitler.
Hitler.
Hitler. He's like practicing his Hell Hitler for like 2 minutes in one scene. Well, the movie wasn't quite exactly what I expected, because you expect it to be pure comedy, and it's not. There's quite a dramatic side as well. Of course, in that time period, I mean, everyone's dying and everything.
And I think the first half of the movie I felt like was because Taika Waititi, he's got this very distinct kind of humor. He's done
very unique flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, he's done Ragnarok, What We Do in the Shadows. What was the other one that I liked? There's no other ones. Just those two.
Is the Willow Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh, Hunt for the Wilder People.
Hunt for the Wilder People. That's the other one. The Wilder People, I feel like, is really his humor style.
Yeah.
And this one is more like that for the first half. And then the second half is like, oh, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's still really good. It's just heavier drama than I was expecting.
Heavier.
A lot heavier.
Yeah. So don't go in expecting to cry if you're a woman, and to feel a twinge of sadness if you're a non-woman.
It becomes this more war drama towards the second half, and there is still a little bit of comedy thrown in.
There's still definitely comedic relief.
Doesn't get away from it.
It's Waititi. He's not going to not be funny.
Yeah, well, and one of the funniest parts is Waititi actually plays Hitler.
Adolf.
But it's the little boy's
imaginary friend. Because he wants his best friend, he wants to be his Hitler, and someday he wants to get in Hitler's private guard. And so his best imaginary friend is Hitler. And it's funny how it works because it's the imagination of a 10-year-old and how he thinks Hitler would be, and not like how Hitler actually is.
And I wondered about that because I thought, well, is this going to be kind of uncomfortable humor? Is this going to be like pushing into a realm that is a little, I guess, sacrilegious as far as the war and that kind of stuff. But it doesn't. It's goofy enough that you don't really feel that it's ever this shouldn't be done. This humor shouldn't be done. It's not like that.
Yeah, and I mean, they definitely go pretty far out there in some of the humor and like what they say, because there's obvious prejudice against like Jews and stuff like that.
It's a satire off the World War II type era. But if this movie would have been done like 10 or 20 years after the war, it would have been demolished.
Too offensive.
Way too offensive.
Yeah.
But today, where we're far enough away from that time zone, you can get away with it, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you can laugh at things that could not have been
that happened to your grandparents and not
that's right. So you're okay with it. So if you're like 95, probably not a movie for you.
Yeah, or even 72. Anyone younger than that is probably okay. Dislikes, was there anything you disliked about it?
There was. The thing that I dislike in these movies is when they have kid actors is when they have them cuss a lot. And that's the thing that I didn't like in this is...
And he didn't cuss a lot, but it was enough. There was a couple times it was like, come on.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, and it was very pronounced, and he drops one F word in this. And to me, it's one thing when adults say it, but when kids say it, it's
especially that young of a kid.
Yeah,
it's like a 10-year-old. Really, I mean, I guess there's bad 10-year-olds out there.
Yeah, there's the
German accent isn't thick enough to overcome it.
That's right. He's not that good of a German accent. I don't even know if he's German. He did good accent.
Aryan, so that's good.
But yeah, that's about the only thing that I really disliked about this. Otherwise, I felt like the whole movie was just awesome. Like it just had a good story. It had very noble characters, kind of spaced throughout. It wasn't like the whole way. It was kind of
Scarlett Johansson did an excellent job.
Awesome.
I was very impressed with her acting ability.
And I really like Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell, who's been in like Iron Man 2 and he was
and
great.
Green Mile.
Yeah, and he ends up being kind of an unsung hero in this, without revealing too many spoilers. he ends up
He kills Hitler.
Yeah. But he ends up being this hero, and he ends up being kind of a real comical relief, but also kind of a hero in the end of it. The acting just overall is just awesome. Kid actors are so much better today than they were when I was a kid. Watching kid actors, I thought they were terrible then.
Yeah, well, that's true. Just acting overall, I think, has really stepped up. Probably because they have
it's amazing.
YouTube videos to watch how to act or something like that.
Yeah, like us.
The power of YouTube.
We're so amazing.
One of my favorite characters too was Yorkie, which is was Jojo's best friend.
Yeah.
And he has so many great lines. And
he's the cutest kid in the world too.
Yeah,
he's like this chubby little cute kid you want to just like
with like these Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah.
And he has the funniest lines.
So
He just drops them.
Well, and I think the cool thing about this movie that it's super likable for a broad range, because you've got these cute kids and you've got good humor, but you've also got this dramatic side, and you've got all these components that really makes. And this is why Waititi, is that his name? Waititi, Taika Waititi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's why it makes him such a good director, is because it makes it so it's likable through a broad spectrum of people. And so if you're not into his humor so much, you can still like it because it's a really cute movie with really good drama, and it's got all these components that just make it a good overall movie, so lots of people can watch this and enjoy it.
It actually kind of reminded me of Ragnarok, because Ragnarok, if you really pay attention, it's a very dark backstory, but it's overlaid with so much humor and stuff that you get away with a lot of it. And this is kind of the same thing, where there's a dark underpinnings of all the way from the beginning, but there's a lot of humor over it, and it's not really until the end when the dark underpinnings become overpinnings.
Surface. Overpinnings.
and surface and rear the ugly head, I guess. But
I really loved this movie. Like, it was really fun. Minus the cussing from the little kids, which I didn't like. I would give this a big, warm 2 thumbs up. Yeah. I just really thought it was fun. It was a fun movie. It was enjoyable. There's so many comical parts. And again, Hitler in this is just... He just cracked me up every time he's on screen.
Never thought I'd praise Hitler. Like, Hitler, hail Hitler. That's a right-wing fascist.
That's a bad thing to do.
I use my left hand now. So
so that was actually offensive to Hitler.
Yeah, I'm like, haha, that Hitler.
Sucker. Take that, Hitler.
Yeah. I would also give it 2 thumbs up. I just thought it was really well done. At first, I couldn't really think of any dislikes, but until you mentioned the swearing, I did feel a little bit uncomfortable a couple times.
That's about the only thing.
But other than that, it's just really well put together.
And he is great, and he's a great storyteller. I think he helped write with this one as well. And he just tells stories well, and they have all the components that make a good movie, and the acting's phenomenal, and everything's just put together.
Yeah, and just things you don't expect to happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing I love about his humor is it's kind of random. It's not like over the top laugh really hard. It's just it's like a chuckle. It's like that's funny. That's funny too. Make you chuckle and make you smile, and you'll have a few LOL moments.
Yeah,
but
I straight up LOL'd right out of my LOL part.
You LOL'd out of your orifice in your face?
My face orifice, yep.
Your face orifice, LOL?
Wow, sorry, orifice. Oh. Shut your orifice.
Shut your orifice. You're LOLing all over.
Oh, sorry. Also, for age appropriateness, do you feel like PG-13, so 13 up is pretty appropriate for this one?
Yeah, I think so. Again, if it's that whole cussing thing, I would say this is probably pretty appropriately 13, 14 years old and up.
There's one F word in there.
Yeah, and that's
flagrant.
You have to be aware of, but foul.
Technical.
But
on the Germans.
German foul. Well, it does have those undertones of World War II. But
it's still PG-13 just because it is the war element. I think would make it PG-13.
So 13, 14-year-old is probably pretty appropriate. And this one, it's fun to watch with people with this one, because anytime you get a comedy like this, it's fun because there's a lot of good one-liners, funny lines that you can laugh about afterwards.
And are quotable afterwards.
And it does have a nice discussion topic to it because of the war component and kind of things that happen in it. I think it's a good date movie.
I think
it's not so heavy and make you so sad that you couldn't take anyone to this, a date, and feel good about it.
But it's sad enough that they might need a shoulder to cry on.
They'll need a little bit of cuddle afterwards. Mm-hmm.
I need to go home and find my mom. I need a cuddle.
That was a good line.
All right. Well, that was World War II in a nutshell.
I hope you enjoy it. This movie will give you World War II. All you need to know about World War II.
You don't need to go to history class anymore. This is World War II.
That's right. If you're in history class in high school, just watch this. You've got everything you need to know.
Yep.
It even tells how Hitler died in the end.
Yep.
It was actual factual. Actual factual.
Actual factual.
It was actual factual.
I have to start using that one. Right out of the orifice. You got actual factual. Think about that.
We were going to do some German accents today, and I forgot to do German.
Nein, Fräulein.
That's about the only German accent we can do.
Every time I try to do a German accent, I sound British. And my British accent is bad, so I don't like to do it. Thanks for watching today. Be sure to like and subscribe our videos and our channel so that you can watch other awesome reviews of Jojo Rabbit, because that's the only one we do every week, just Jojo Rabbit over and over again.
That's it.
Be sure to post in the bottom what your favorite thing about Hitler is. Just joking, not really.
We're gonna get flagged by YouTube.
Seriously, like Nazis. Be sure to like and subscribe.
If we didn't mention that already.
Yeah, in case I think this is the
like
third
and subscribe.
Yeah. No, and post in the comments below if you like the movie as well, if you like Taika Waititi's humorous style. And also give us a comment on if there's any movies that you'd like to see us review. Something that you think about going to watch maybe with your 7-year-olds or your 17-year-old date or something like that. And we'll let you know if it's worth going to it.